I filmed this video twice already. Once at my property almost a month ago. I didn't like the lighting, didn't like the setup. So I sat down here to film again. And then I just filmed this whole video without audio. So welcome back to my third time filming the 4th month installment of how much I made and lost on Airbnb. Third time's a charm. I would like to start off with telling you guys a little bit about the house, since a lot of people ask me this question. This house is 35 minutes outside of the Gatlinburg area, where the biggest tourist destination is in Tennessee. Pigeon Forge and Gatlinburg. It is 35 minutes out because I couldn't afford anything else closer. And it was not a lot of stock on the market when I was trying to find this house. I bought this house so that I could put my tiny house on it because it came with an extra plot of land that was already ready, except for cleaning. I had to do some cleaning to place an RV tiny house up there, and I had electricity, I had a well, and I supposedly had a septic tank. That is the reason why I bought this far out. It is a 3-bedroom, 3-bath cabin that is also on the land with my tiny house. They are separated on 2 plots. Cabin is here, tiny house is up here. It's very, very cool. They both have their own separate driveways. So that is a preface of why I got this cabin, and it's just even more fun that I can rent it out on Airbnb. So my electricity is $244.52 for this cabin. We only had 7 guests, well, 7 bookings for this house. And you would think 7 bookings, that's not a lot of money. 27 nights of those 7 bookings were filled up on my calendar. So that's really good, and this is the month of June. My mortgage for this 3-bedroom, 3-bath house, that it's half wood and half brick on the bottom, and then on the inside it just looks like it was, updated, is $1,584.39. The reason why it's a love-hate relationship with summer. Summer is the busiest time along with October, and it's in October right now, so I'm 3 months behind on these updates. The more people that you have come in and out of your house, the more chances there are for things to be damaged and having disgruntled guests who either want a full refund or partial refund, or they just shit on you in your reviews, because it's very hard to keep a house well maintained when you have that many bodies go in and out. I love my Gatlinburg cabin that I have, that I did a whole review for 1 year on my expenses and all of that. But it does have the most problems. I like this house, the 3-bedroom one that's outside of Gatlinburg, because people tend to stay longer. Having 7 bookings and 27 of those days all booked out within those 7 days is really good. Families are staying longer because 10 people can fit in the house, and people can bring as many dogs as they want to the house because we have the acreage for them to run on and be safe, and not having to pay for kenneling. My dog fee is $150, so all of the figures you're hearing today with my gross is going to include that, but I just want to let you know it's $150. The reason that it's $150, because people tell me that's too much. Well, some of you guys in my comment section say it's too much, is actually a deterrent. I don't really want your dog there because I'm terrified that a dog is going to poop on my carpet, pee on my carpet, have too much hair that the cleaners miss, or just something happen, chewing on my furniture or something. So it's actually a deterrent, but people who love their pets are going to pay that amount. So my cleaners came 7 times for those 7 bookings at $180. That is $1,260 that comes out of my gross to give to my cleaner. Well deserved. I can't do anything without my cleaners. Your cleaners are your backbones to your business in Airbnb. My landscape is $100 because I only get it mowed. I need to get it mowed. I have to put that on my schedule right now. I get it mowed 1 to 2 times a month. It grows relatively fast, but not too fast where I need to have it mowed every single week. And then my pest control is $99. Every time he comes like once every 2 months. My water treatment, because I want you guys to know that this is something I do need to pay for to make sure that my water smells good and is safe to use to drink and to use for cooking. I don't recommend people drink my well water, so we do provide bottled waters, like starter bottled waters, in the refrigerator for them until they go grocery shopping. And that is $87.98 a month, because I have to have a saltwater treatment injected into my water to make sure that that smell of sulfur is no longer there. So that brings me a total of expenses of $3,375.89. It's, you know, having a bigger house is expensive. Some people have like $5,000 when they are like in Gatlinburg. So you have to have your higher mortgage, and then you have like more cleaning fees and all of that. So I'm really happy at where I'm at with only 7 bookings. One problem that has happened on my June calendar was one of my guests got locked out. I don't typically give the emergency lockbox key to people unless they ask for it because they've locked themselves out. I'm usually always on my phone. I reply within like 5 to 10 minutes of someone sending me a message on Airbnb. And this time I fell asleep early. I fell asleep at 10 o'clock. I usually fall asleep around 12 to 1 o'clock. My guest hit me up at 12 o'clock when I had already fallen asleep, and he had locked himself out by locking the bottom lock on my locking system. You're only supposed to lock the top lock by pushing the lock button on my Slage smart lock. Some people just out of habit lock both locks. Because he locked himself out until 6 a.m., he wasn't mad. He didn't yell at me. He understood that it was partially his fault for locking himself out, but also partially my fault for not, you know, getting ahead of an emergency like that. He just said thank you, carried on with his vacation. In his review, though, he did sound disgruntled. He was like, she didn't even offer me a discount for this hassle of me having to sleep in my car with my kids. His kids were under 8 years old. I felt bad, and he left it in my review, and I responded. I've updated my systems that now everybody has the lockbox number to the emergency key because of this event. I was actually very sorry, because that would have been horrific if it had happened to me, and I should have offered him money back. This problem helped me with 2 ways. One, always giving people the emergency lockbox key number when they check in. And number 2, always offer some sort of discount or refund when a guest has an issue. Whether they say the floors are dirty, they got locked out, the hot tub is cold, I always offer them $50 to $100 for it's like an inconvenience fee, because just going ahead and offering it before people ask literally changes their whole entire mindset of being angry at you. So throwing money at people solves your problems at the end of the day. So it really did help me out. I did feel very bad. I felt so horrible. He slept into his car until 6 a.m. That's 6 hours. So I learned my lesson. It was a hard lesson, and he had a horrible time at my place. So that brings my gross to $7,498.10. I will put on the screen what I was charging for some of those days, so you can see what it kind of looks like on the Airbnb side. And if you put that all together, my net profit was $4,122.21. I think that's pretty good for being 35 to 40 minutes outside of Gatlinburg with only 7 bookings for the month of June. So I'm happy. You have to remember that I got this house because of the land. I'm noticing people will travel further for a glamp site than just for a cabin, but I'm still making good money. Please have your fingers crossed for me when really winter starts. January and February, I'm scared, but we'll see what happens. Optimistic. Let me know what you guys think down below. Have your guests ever locked themselves out of their Airbnb, and how did you handle it? Or were you too late? So I would love to hear your experience, and I will talk to you guys later. Bye.